What up, guys? Chillin', dude. I would say it's me, Grizzly Martian, but this isn't the Grizzly Martian show. This is Keenan and my buddy Waylon. And we just got back from eating Taco Bell because we like fast food, but it makes us start thinking about all the shit that we're putting in our body. And I want to show you. Have you ever heard of an artist named James Blunt?
James Blunt,
Blunts, sorry.
Like
Dave
the rap is
Blunts, my bad, not James. James Blunt sings
Dave
You're
Blunt.
beautiful.
Oh, okay.
But this dude, Dave
Blunt.
Blunts, dude. If you haven't seen him, let me just show you
Yeah.
this fucking artist.
What made you pop this up in your head?
Because we were
Oh,
talking.
because of how big he is?
He does really big performances. Look at him, dude. He
He's so
sits-
big that he's on a couch.
He sits down every performance and sings, and not only, wow, not in all of them, I haven't seen it, but look, he has an oxygen tank hooked up to him.
Whoa. Is that because of the blunts or is that because he's fat?
Maybe
Whoa,
both,
Dude, that's terrible.
but
Yeah, because I mean, that shows you right there.
he's,
Repping 666 too, man.
yeah, he is, huh?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
But
Well, it makes you think though. How big is he though? Let's see here, 285,000 views. Wow, in 2 weeks.
Oh,
That's,
what do you mean,
That's
how,
not
like-
small.
oh, I don't know
But-
how. He's really popular though. I see him pop up all the time,
Wow.
and he's
That guy
fucking
should be rapping about the
huge,
shit in our
dude.
food, man.
Yeah. How?
You know?
And it's weird because I have seen him a lot, and it's almost like the industry is just putting him out there and like trying
to
because he's gonna
what do
die
they call
soon,
it?
dude.
Yeah.
Like, look at
yeah.
him.
Yeah. That's
He has, like,
danger fat.
2 years max
Yeah.
if he keeps.
Which is
going.
like it's sad for people like that because it's like, especially if this poison in our food is what's causing that. It's like, you know, like that
Dude.
guy was just eating food. You know what I mean? And like,
yeah.
have you? I don't know if you've heard Jelly Roll talk about it on Joe Rogan and stuff, but like he was literally addicted to food, like literally addicted to it. Like
Dude.
he would walk into a restaurant, like, you know.
It was a really small win, but for a lifelong food addict, Joe, I was up to 550 some pounds. I was having to weigh myself at meat places, and I was telling him that I used to walk in and like a drug addict, I would scan the room and make a count of everything I could eat. You know what I mean? Like if you had like the little baby Snickers and a little thing or da-da-das and like the other day I was in my green room and somebody was in the green room and they picked up a piece of candy and said, "Did you want one of these?" Because we just got hit a dab or something. And I didn't even know the candy was in there, Joe. Because normally they get the candy, they don't put shit like that in my room. And that was the first time I was like, "Oh, I'm onto something. Like I'm fucking winning right now."
Right.
Like I didn't even notice that.
You didn't
I could have
scan
been
for
eating them
candy.
for 5 hours.
Right.
I didn't know. You know what I mean? I would have ate them all. And
Well, that's like a lot of the thing with sugar that we were talking about. Like,
Yeah.
it's a drug. Just like
Oh, I'll be
nicotine
the
is a
first
drug
one to admit
and
that. Yeah.
caffeine is a drug. Sugar is
A
a
drug.
crazy drug.
Yep.
And it's kind of insane that it just gets pushed into all these foods and we're giving it to little kids and shit.
Yep.
Like there should be disclaimers. And we were talking about like how in different countries the same type of shit. What were you saying about ketchup?
Oh yeah. That how in Canada and the U.S. like showing the same exact bottle of ketchup. One has 26 ingredients, the exact same brand, the exact same bottle of ketchup,
And it has
and the other one has 2,
2 ingredients.
which is all ketchup would be tomatoes and
Yeah.
salt. You know.
Why? And it's so weird. Why are you putting all this shit in the food?
Well,
I mean,
especially
it's-
when you can even trace back, like to the 1950s, you know, and on, Like how much cancer, how much diabetes, all that stuff is
Yeah, dude.
skyrocketed.
So many people have diabetes now.
Dude, it's terrible.
It
It's terrible.
and honestly, it probably
It's a
all
crime,
is.
bro, is how bad it is.
Yeah.
Like that's how corrupt our country has gotten. Is not only all the crap that we have to deal with politicians and stuff, but even our own food.
Yeah.
You know?
And
That makes me sick.
it's kind of fucked up because we just got back from Taco Bell and it's
We
probably
just
the
got back from
cheapest
Taco Bell.
food that
Oh yeah.
for the amount of food that we just got.
Yep.
The cheapest way to
Yep.
eat.
Yep. And
And
you're
it's-
just wanting to get full.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you don't want to put the poison in your body. You know you are.
But
it's like,
and it's
what else
everywhere.
do you do? Yeah.
It's
Well, and that's what's the other thing that they were talking about, dude, is people talk about how eating crap, right?
Mhm.
They like genetically modified it to make it so it does this thing in your body where you never feel full. That's why whenever you're eating junk, you're just never full. You can eat a whole bag of Cheetos, you need a whole bag of this because it's literally counteracting your body's process to feel full.
dude, and
You
it
know?
really is a drug because it like it's
It
like
is.
manipulating
Yes.
everything and like it's your body's not used to it. It's not real food.
Yeah.
And
Well, and think about when you eat like steak,
mm-hmm.
or you actually feel full. You feel full for a while. Like you
Yeah.
feel more energy, all that stuff. It's way more healthy, dude. It's scary though.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's and
What-
the food what
Well, what I was getting at with that too, though, is that people say it's like, for instance, my wife, she always says that it's so expensive to eat healthy,
Mhm.
right? But it actually counteracts itself because the junk foods may be cheaper, but you eat more of it.
yeah. Well,
So you're actually getting more garbage.
it's almost a problem
weird.
because they don't teach you how to eat healthy, like or how to cook or like prepare
Exactly.
healthy meals.
Yep.
So you just end up eating all this trash food because it's easy and it's
Yep.
so quick to make it all and it's accessible and
Well, and it's tied into the other part of it is how it's tied into the pharmaceutical companies.
yeah.
Because our pharmaceutical companies, they don't want you cured; they
Yeah.
just want you sick, or
It
you
makes
know,
them so
treatable.
much more money to treat diseases instead of curing
There we go.
diseases.
That's what I was looking for. Yep.
And it's like we were talking about the food pyramid.
Yeah,
And it's all bullshit, but
dude, we
we've
were
been
taught that in school.
It was like a big thing in school.
Oh, it was.
It was
yeah.
like drilled into my head.
Yep.
This is the food pyramid. Know
This is
how
what you
it
need to
works.
eat.
This is how your diet should consist of this much of this and
And at the top, there was sugar.
yeah, dude.
Like, how is that even possible?
The FDA wants us to cut down on the amount of sugar we consume, but CBS 2's Dr. Max Gomez says that may be a lot more difficult than you think. Doctor.
Yeah, that's right, Maurice. And that's because sugar is everywhere in food, especially hidden in processed foods.
You know. Well, and it makes you think too is how sick do you have to be? Like I don't know. I would like to think that my moral code would never let me stoop that far. Like, oh, we're gonna poison these so we
Oh.
can get paid for by the pharmaceutical companies, so we can market our product or whatever, you know?
See, but they don't
But
even.
it's just-
it just comes down to money, dude.
Yep, money.
Everybody just
The root of all evil.
it makes the world go round, I guess.
Yep.
And so many people are tempted by it and manipulated by it and
It's just this whole last 4 years. It's this last 4 years, dude. How many things have came to light out of the dark. And what's crazy about that, dude, is they talk about that in the end times, like not trying to make this go too deep, but
yeah.
how things will be brought to light out of the dark, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't know, there's just been so many things that have came out
Well,
of how
yeah.
corrupt our country is behind the scenes.
I mean, it's true
It
though,
is.
because back when they were doing like the food pyramid and all this shit, you didn't question anything
No.
because you didn't know anything. Nobody had like,
Well, and we had trust.
Yeah.
We had trust that our government was telling us, or our health officials were telling us the right things to eat. And
Because you don't even know any better. Why
No.
would they lie to you and
Why would
manipulate
they?
you?
exactly.
But
Why
you don't
would
know
you?
until years later and shit comes out, and then down the line
That's
they're just making money, and politicians are getting paid to push this and
yep.
get this bill passed, and
Yeah.
Coca-Cola's making all this money to have all this shit promoted and propped up, and it's all fucking comes down to
just-
corporations and bullshit, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's quite, and it's crazy too, because it's not only the food too that they've, and the pharmaceutical side, then it's also lifestyle. So think of, like, you can tie in the feminist to this, you can tie in so no longer moms are supposed to be home cooking a really good meal, they're supposed to be working at a law firm or whatever, being a bad boss,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it ties in that video games, TV,
Yeah, they
you're
almost-
stuck in life, or
It's
you're
so
stuck up,
weird. They almost make, with like feminist type of stuff, they make it seem like a bad thing to be at home being a
Yeah.
good mom and like just
Oh, yeah.
doing the mom thing.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah, that's
like-
terrible. That's like their number one enemy, dude.
It's
Is
so-
traditional trad wives. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, they do not want women behind the
And
counter.
honestly, if you'd like sat down with a lot of women and asked them if they would prefer to do that, they'd probably say, "Yeah, I want someone to provide for me.
Oh.
I want to be at home providing for my family in that way."
Yeah.
But now it's like, and you almost can't even afford it anymore to do it the other way.
Yeah.
You kind of just have to. Usually, in a lot of households, they're both the breadwinners, and they both have to.
Yeah.
Make
Well, and I'm
money.
not saying that women shouldn't work, right?
Yeah.
But what we are saying is that moving from that, it added to the fire that was already built, And so the other thing too about it is that a lot of people don't like it to talk about, especially the feminists, bro, is that there was actually more anti-suffragettes than there were suffragettes. Like, did you know that the feminists back in the day had to argue with men to get their stuff passed? Because there was more women that said, "No, I don't want the right to vote. No, I don't want to go out and work. No, I don't want to collect debt."
Dude,
You know what I
that
mean?
seems like too much responsibility
Yeah.
and too much work.
Well, why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you? I know if I was a woman, for sure as shit, I'm gonna do that.
Dude,
Why wouldn't you fight for that?
I know. It
Like,
seems
They couldn't open debt, dude. They couldn't incur debt.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
So what? Because they
The
weren't allowed
women
to
that back in the day, they weren't allowed to vote, but at the
Yeah.
same time, they could make money. They could go out and get a job, right? But they couldn't incur debt. The debt was all on their husband. Did you know
it
that?
would just fall back on the
Yeah.
husband.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to know anything about that, I would call out to Rachel Wilson and Andrew Wilson.
Feminism, I would say, is bigger in some ways than the Industrial Revolution in its impact on the world that we live in. It's completely changed the entire social order in about 100 years, which is really remarkable.
Because what we've been told is just like the food pyramid, It's just all the crap that we've been taught, dude. It's garbage,
It really is.
you
dude.
know? It makes you wonder, like, even just, like, we went to a good school, a decent school, and know a lot of successful people, became normal people or whatever, working hard or whatever, but it's like, I don't know, it's just, even I fear there's like something underneath the public school system that is that bad thing.
Well, I mean, the whole school system was just made for everybody
what?
to become part of a labor union.
Force.
Yeah.
Raise your hand when you need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Ring the bell when you need to go to break. Yep.
Yeah, it's weird, dude.
And they don't teach us about money. They don't
No.
teach us about. That's why the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor.
Yeah, for real, huh?
That's the truth.
Shit, dude.
Dude, this is
Dave Blunts.
Yep, Dave Blunts. Thank you for that, dude, for showing me that, because that's a perfect image of what's wrong with our food system right there.
But
You know?
yeah, guys, we're just talking shit, having a good time.
Yep.
And we're going to be making a podcast and basically doing this. And we're still trying to get shit set up and think about names and all that fun stuff. But yeah,
Grizzly Martian podcast right now, dude.
check it out, dog.
Check it out.
Peace.